Assalamu alaikum friends, from Funny Fun Urdu Stories, a brand new audio story is starting right now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it immediately. Otherwise you'll miss the upcoming twists. So listen. In an old neighborhood of Lahore, there was a small hut. Living in that hut was our heroine, Saba. Just her name was so sweet that it felt like the title of a movie. Saba was so beautiful that whenever she stepped out on the road, traffic would come to a halt. People would get out of their cars to ask for selfies. Rickshaw drivers would offer free rides, and aunties would invite her home to feed her biryani. But biryani doesn't fill the stomach forever, right? When Saba's father was alive, he used to run a small tea stall. He passed away in an accident. Now her mother is a patient of sugar and blood pressure and stays bedridden most of the time. Her younger brother Billionaire is in 10th class, and every month the school threatens them over fees. One day Saba said to her mother, "Ami, I'll go look for a job." Her mother, with tears in her eyes, said, "Beta, don't let your beauty take you somewhere wrong." Saba laughed and replied, "Ami, the beauty is mine. I'm not going to sell it. I'll just rent it out." She left the house with an old dupatta over her head, a 10-rupee purse in her hand, and stood on the road. Her first interview was for a teaching position at a private school. As soon as the principal saw Saba, he closed the file and said, "Miss Saba, why do you want to teach? You should be doing modeling." Saba said, "Sir, modeling won't run my house." The principal laughed. "Oh beta, I'll run your house for you." Second interview at a call center. The manager didn't even look at the resume and straight away said, "Your voice is so nice. If you do the night shift, you'll get a separate bonus." Saba got nervous and said, "Sir, before the bonus, please confirm the salary." The manager smiled and replied, "Salary? If I get a chance to have coffee with you, I'll even return the salary." Third interview for a clerk job in a factory. The boss's son saw her and told his father, "Papa, she's going to be our daughter. Don't seat her at a table, put her at the dressing table." That was it. Saba came home, started massaging her mother's feet, and burst into tears. "My beauty got me kicked out of the house, and now it won't even let me back in." Friends, this was just the beginning. Hit the like button and comment below, has something like this ever happened to you? In Chapter 2, Saba's first viral moment is coming. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories so you get the notification. The next morning, Saba stepped out again. She was standing at the bus stop when a big Fortuner suddenly pulled up. The window rolled down, and an auntie called out, "Beta, come here for a second." The auntie's name was Sanas Begum, the richest and the biggest gossip queen of the entire colony. Designer handbag, huge sunglasses, and a mouthful of pan. "Shanas Begum, Beta, you're absolutely gorgeous. Would you do some modeling?" "Sabante, modeling doesn't put food on the table." The auntie burst out laughing. "Oh, you silly girl. I'll make sure you get more than enough food. Just do one small shoot for my friend's brand." Saba thought to herself, "There isn't even 200 rupees left at home, and Ami needs 5,000 for her medicine." Ish. The shoot was for a local jewelry brand. The photographer kept saying, "Ma'am, a little smile. Show a bit of neck, a little more." Saba was feeling shy and awkward. Auntie shouted from behind, "Arabeta, you're fully dressed." "Right. Don't be so shy." After the photo shoot, the pictures and a short video were posted on Instagram with the caption, "The Real Queen of Lahore." Overnight, to 500,000 views. Comments were pouring in. "Where did she come from? Marry her right now." Someone sent the location. For the first time, Saba earned 8,000 rupees. When she reached home, her mother started crying the moment she saw the money. "Beta, where did you get this money from?" Saba replied, "Ami, from modeling." Her mother placed a hand on her head and prayed, "May God grant that this beauty gives you the world and never brings you disgrace." Friends, this was only the beginning of going viral. In the next chapter, Saba is about to receive her first huge offer that will completely change her life. Like, share, and definitely subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories. Finally, Saba landed a job at a call center. The company was called Hello Pakistan Customer Care, located on the 4th floor of an old plaza in Defense. It was the night shift, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Salary, only 22,000 rupees. But to Saba, those 22,000 felt like 22 lakh. First day, Saba wore black trousers and a white shirt, left her hair open because the HR auntie had said, "Beta, the customers should feel good." The moment she stepped out of the elevator, every mouth in the entire team dropped open. The guys yanked off their headsets and stood up straight like it was an army parade. The supervisor's name was Kashif, by 35 years old, belly out front, hair at the back, and so much perfume that it felt like the whole Liberty Market had fallen on him. The second Kashif by Saba, he plunked her straight into his personal cabin. Kashif, smile on lips, mischief in eyes. "Welcome to the team, Saba baby. From today, you're my favorite agent. Don't worry, I'll personally train you." Very personal training. Saba just smiled politely and switched on her system. First shift. Customers were abusing left and right. Internet was crawling, but Kashif Bai kept popping into the cabin every half hour. "Kashif, Saba, want some coffee?" "Saba, sir, it's not allowed during shift." Kashif, grinning, "In my shift, my rules." Second day, Kashif took Saba to a separate floor and showed her the quality monitoring room. Just one sofa, one laptop, and the AC on full blast. "Kashif, sit here. Nobody ever comes. I'll personally monitor every call of yours, and everything else too." Third day, Kashif stuck his personal WhatsApp QR code on Saba's monitor. At 2 a.m., a message arrived. "Baby, feeling cold? I have an extra jacket. Come to my cabin. We'll sit together and get warm." Saba didn't reply. When the shift ended in the morning, Kashif changed the roster. Now Saba's shift matched his every single day. A week later, salary day came. Saba was handed her slip. It showed 18,000. Saba, sir, it was supposed to be 22,000. Kashif, with a childish little smirk, "Ara beta." Attendance was short. "You came late 3 days. Remember?" "Saba, sir, I came 15 minutes early every day." Kashif winked. "Then you want a promotion, right? Come to my farmhouse this weekend. We'll fix your attendance and double your bonus, too." Fire ignited in Saba's heart. She crumpled the slip in her fist and said, "Sir, aren't you ashamed? I came here for my family, not to be a guest at your farmhouse." Kashif burst out laughing. "Ara silly girl, this is how the world works. Pretty girls have to adjust a little, otherwise I'll throw you out of here too. Then let's see who gives you a job." Saba came home in tears. Ami was lying on the bed. Her medicines had run out. Billionaire had fallen asleep with his school bag still beside him. The electricity bill had arrived, minus 42,000 rupees, stamped in red. Final notice. Saba cried the entire night. When she woke up, her eyes were swollen. She looked in the mirror, the same beautiful face, but now it felt like that face had become her biggest enemy. She picked up the phone and called Shanaz on Saba, voice breaking. "Aunty, is there any big shoot? I need a lot of money, a whole lot." Shanaz, "Aunty, bata. I've a producer friend with a very big project, but there are some bold scenes. Meet him. I'm sending you the number." Saba hung up, put her head in her hands, and whispered, "Ya Allah, how much lower do I have to fall?" Friends, from here, the story is about to go completely dark. In the next chapter, Ami will land in the ICU, and a question of 15 lakh rupees will arise. Hold your hearts. The real twists are still coming. If you've ever met a creep like this at a job, definitely tell us in the comments. And yes, if you still haven't subscribed to Funny Fun Urdu Stories, hit that bell icon right now. Smash the like button. Share with your friends, because Chapter 4 is dropping tomorrow. Mom in ICU and the 15 lakh question. Allah Hafiz. And keep Saba in your prayers. Saba quit the call center job that very night. When she reached home, Amy was in the kitchen reheating food. Suddenly the spatula slipped from Amy's hand. She clutched her chest, collapsed to the floor, and lost consciousness. Saba screamed. "Amy!" Bilal came running. Together they carried Amy into a rickshaw and rushed to Services Hospital. In emergency, the doctor examined her and said, "Massive heart attack. We're shifting her to ICU. You have to deposit 15 lakh rupees right now. Otherwise, we can't put her on the ventilator." Saba's ears went numb. 15 lakh? Her entire bank balance was only 12,400 rupees, the last payment from that modeling shoot. The doctor looked grave. "Beta, arrange it within 6 hours, or we won't be able to do anything." Saba stood outside the ICU, staring through the glass. Amy on the ventilator, tubes everywhere, the monitor line going up and down, and only tears in Saba's eyes. Bilal was sobbing. "Oppie, please save Amy." Saba stroked his head and said, "Just a little longer. I'll fix everything." She took out her phone and first called Shana's auntie. "Auntie?" "Yes, beta." "Speak." Saba crying. "Auntie, Amy is in ICU. I need 15 lakh right now." Auntie sighed deeply. "Beta, I don't have that kind of money. But there's a producer friend, Salman Malikhush, name in the drama industry. I'll call him now and WhatsApp you his number. Just go meet him. He'll arrange something." Call ended. The number arrived. Saba's hands were shaking as she dialed. Producer Salman Malik. Deep, heavy voice. "Yes, who's this?" "Saba ji, my mother is in hospital. I need 15 lakh. The producer laughed. "Arawa, so you're that viral girl? The Queen of Lahore? Okay, I'll give you the money. But in return, you'll have to make a little compromise. Come to my farmhouse tonight at 10. Just you and me. Dil don." Dil don. Saba's heart sank. She covered the phone with her hand and broke down in tears. She sat outside the ICU hours past. At 8 p.m. Saba came home. Bilal had cried himself to sleep on the sofa. Saba pulled out her old burqa, wore a simple frock underneath, wrapped a dupatta around her head, and stood in front of the mirror. She told herself, "Saba, you've cursed your beauty your whole life. Tonight, that same beauty will save your mother's life. Just one night. Only one night." She didn't put on any makeup, no perfume, only the redness in her eyes from crying. She booked an Uber and entered the location. Salman Malik, farmhouse, Peon Road. As she sat in the car, the driver glanced at her in the rearview mirror and asked, "BBG, all alone this late at night?" Saba stayed silent. The driver turned on the radio. The song playing was Main Tanu Samjawan Ki. Natere Vina Lagda. Hey, tears rolled down Saba's cheeks. She reached the farmhouse gate. Security opened it. Inside, bright lawn lights, a swimming pool, a huge bungalow. The door opened. Salman Malik himself was standing there, wearing only a silk robe, whiskey glass in hand. Salman, smiling, "My heroine has arrived. Come in. First have a drink, then we'll talk about the money." Saba lowered her gaze and stepped inside. The door closed. Everything went dark. Friends, stop right here. Your heart must be pounding with fear. Right? In the next chapter, we'll finally find out what happened inside that farmhouse. Did Salman force himself on Saba? Or did Allah show her another way out? If this chapter brought tears to your eyes or made you angry, smash that like button hard right now. Write "Save Saba" in the comments. And if anyone has ever faced something like this, share your story. It will give strength to everyone. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories and turn on the bell icon, because Chapter 5 is coming tomorrow afternoon, the terrifying reality of the casting couch. where the real twist begins. Pray for Saba al-Hafiz. Saba stepped out of the Uber. On the dark Bedian road, only the lights of one farmhouse were glowing. A massive gate. 2 security guards snapped a salute, as if a real heroine had arrived. Inside the lawn, a fountain, imported cars parked around and at the door. Salman Malik himself was standing, silk robe, whiskey glass in hand, that filthy smile on his face. Salman voice thick with alcohol. My sweetheart has arrived. Come in, come in. It must have been hard coming, alone this late at night, right? Let's go inside. I'll make you a nice hot coffee. Saba lowered her eyes, slightly opened her burqa underneath. She was wearing a simple white frock and only said, "Sir, let's talk about the money first. 15 lakh. Check or transfer." Salman burst out laughing. "Ara, silly girl. What's the rush? First, sit down. Relax. We'll talk slowly. There's no one home. Just you and me." The door closed. The click echoed like it pierced Saba's heart. Inside the drawing room, red lights, huge sofa, walls covered with giant posters of his old flop dramas. Salman put his glass aside and sat right next to Saba, so close that his breath was hitting her cheek. Salman, placing his hand on her shoulder, "You're so beautiful." "Saba, I've signed hundreds of girls, but there's something different about you. Whatever happens tonight will stay just between us. 15 lakh is only the beginning. I'll make you a star." Saba's entire body was trembling. She closed her eyes and silently took Allah's name in her heart. Salman reached to grab her hand, and at that exact moment, the door burst open with a bang. "ABBU, what the hell are you doing?" A young man came storming in, 27 to 28 years old, gym-built body, branded clothes, eyes burning with anger and shock. Salman jumped back in panic. The knot of his robe came undone. He frantically tried to tie it again. The young man shouting, "This is who you are. Salman Malik, producer. Or a pimp. I am your son, Rehan. And this girl is going to be my wife." The guy standing in front of her. It was the same Rehan who commented mashallah and heart emojis on every single one of her Instagram posts. The same Rehan who once wrote in her DMS, "I really want to meet you someday." Salman's mouth fell open. "Rehan, what are you doing here?" "Primera. Who es Jas?" Rehan already recording on his phone. "Just what? Abu, stop this filth right now, or this video goes to mom and the entire industry viral in minutes." Salman's hands started shaking. The glass slipped and shattered on the floor. Rehan grabbed Saba's hand and said, "Saba, let's go. You should never have come here. I know everything. Your mom is in the hospital, right? Come, I'm transferring 20 lakh right now." Saba broke down crying. She folded her hands in front of Rehan. "How do you know?" Rehan's soft voice. "Because I watch every post of yours. Every story. Every reel. I love you, Saba. Real, true love. This scumbag is my father, but I'm nothing like him." Salman was still sitting on the sofa, terrified. Rehan walked over and slapped him hard across the face. "Abu, if the hospital bill isn't cleared by tomorrow morning, I'm going straight to the police station. And yes, your career in the industry is finished." Then Rehan seated Saba in his car, and they sped away from the farmhouse. On the way, Rehan called his bank manager. "Hello, Rehan. Malik speaking. Account 001. Transfer 20 lakh rupees immediately to Services Hospital. Patient name, Sida Begum." Transfer complete. They reached the hospital. Rehan spoke to the doctor, called the best cardiologist, booked the operation theater. By morning, Ami's angioplasty was done. She was out of danger. Outside the ICU, Saba stood in front of Rehan, tears streaming down her face. "Saba, you saved my mother. I can never repay this favor in my entire life." Rehan, smiling. "Favor, Saba, I only saved my future mother. Now you'll marry me, right? Saba lowered her gaze and quietly said yes. Friends, the darkness of the story ends right here. From now on, there's only light, revenge, and fireworks. In the next chapter, watch how Rehan and Saba together launch the brand Kubsarati, BADLA, the revenge of beauty. And all those creeps who once harassed Saba now start running behind them begging for work. If this made you cry or dance with joy, smash the like button till it breaks. Write Rehan by Zindabad in the comments. And if a Rehan ever came into any girl's life like this, definitely share your story. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories. Slam that bell icon, because chapter 6 is coming very soon. The producer, Ehsan, True Love, or Another Trap. It was 7 a.m. In the hospital corridor, Ami had been shifted to the general ward, and the doctor had finally said, "She's out of danger." Saba was still standing in front of Rehan, eyes red, dupatta soaked with tears. Saba hands folded. "Rehan Sahab, you saved my mother's life. I'm your slave now. Whatever you say, I'll do." Rehan smiling the perfect film hero smile. "Not my slave. Call me your husband. I love you truly, Saba. For the last 6 months I've watched every single reel of yours, sent hearts on every story. This is destiny bringing us together." Saba lowered her gaze. 100 questions were racing through her mind. Why would a super rich guy like him want a poor girl like me? Is this another trap, or has Allah actually answered my prayers? Rehan took out his phone and snapped a selfie of them both. Caption: "Found my forever Lahore Kirani Abmarini." He posted it. Within 10 minutes, 200,000 likes. Then he said, "Come on, let's go home now. Your mom will get discharged tomorrow. From today, you'll live at my place." Saba stepped back. No. I'm going to my own house. Bilal is alone." Rehan laughed. "Okay, princess. I'll drop you myself, but starting tomorrow, you're doing business with me. Your beauty plus my money equals will shake the world." Next day, Rehan pulled up outside Saba's little hut in his Mercedes. Every auntie in the colony covered her mouth with her dupatta and stared. Bilal came running. "Api, is this car ours now?" Rehan handed Bilal 50,000 rupees pocket money and said, "Kid, this is your sister's future. Go buy yourself an iPhone." He took Saba to the very same farmhouse where the drama had happened the night before. Now the entire staff was saluting. Rehan opened a presentation in the drawing room. Slide 1, Kubsarati BADLA, luxury makeup brand by Saba Malik. Slide 2, investment minus 10 crore. Slide 3, launch in 3 months. Slide 4, first targets, slap the faces of everyone who ever harassed you. Saba's eyes nearly popped out. "All this for me?" Rehan got down on one knee and pulled out a huge diamond ring. "No, for us. Will you marry me?" Saba said yes. The whole colony buzzed with the news. Saba is going to become the producer as daughter-in-law. But friends, here comes the twist. A week later, Rehan flew Saba to London for shopping, Paris for dinner, Dubai for a photo shoot. People were burning with jealousy. Then one day Shana's auntie called, "Beta, meet me urgently." Very important. They met at a cafe. Auntie opened an envelope. Inside were photos of Rehan with 3 Auntie. Every year he traps a new girl, uses her, then dumps her. Last year there was a model named I. She even attempted suicide when Rehan left her. Saba's hands turned ice. That night she came home. She was now living in Rehan's bungalow. Rehan was sitting on the sofa playing games. Saba crying. "Rehan, these photos. Is it true?" Rehan put the phone down, took a deep breath, and said, "Saba, sit first. Yes, that's how I used to be. Models, actresses, just time pass. But you're different. You be Chung Red. I don't want to become like my father. Please, trust me. Then he opened his phone, went to his official Instagram, and handed it to her. Want the password? Check everything. That was my past. My future is only you. Saba stayed silent. She didn't sleep the whole night. The very next morning, Rahan called a press conference. All the big YouTubers and news channels showed up. Rahan at the mic. Today, I'm officially announcing I am marrying Saba. And whatever my old life was, it ends right here, right now. Then he opened a huge box on stage. Inside were all the gifts, photos, expensive watches from his and he set fire to every single one with a lighter. The crowd went absolutely wild. A reporter asked, Rehan Sahab, people are saying this is just drama. A publicity stunt. Rahan called Saba onto the stage, slipped the ring on her finger and said, Drama was my old life. Now there's only true love. Tears rolled down Saba's cheeks, but this time, tears of joy. Friends, true love has won. In the coming chapters, watch how Khubsurati Ka Badla launches and every single creep who once rejected or harassed Saba now comes crawling, begging for a chance with her brand. If you also believe true love can change a person, break that like button right now, comment Rehan Saba forever, and share your own love story too. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories and slam the bell icon, because Chapter 7 is dropping tomorrow, Khubsurati Ka Badla brand launch, and the first crore. From Funny Fun Urdu Stories, the chapter you've all been waiting for is finally here. The one where the real fun begins. Spicy revenge, the sweet smell of success, and massive slaps across the faces of all those creeps. The wedding date was locked. Exactly 3 months away. Rahan transferred the entire business into Saba's name. Company name, Khubsurati Ka Badla. Private Limited. Tagline, the people who once tried to sell us. Now we're going to sell to them. The launch event was held at PC Hotel Lahore. The whole ballroom was booked. Red carpet rolled out, 50 media channels, 200 influencers, and sitting in the front row. Special VIP invites to every single person who had ever rejected or harassed Saba. Saba had completely transformed. White designer gown, high heels, makeup from her own line, hair flowing open. She looked nothing less than a Hollywood star. The event kicked off. The MC announced, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the woman who turned her tears into crores. CEO and founder of Khubs, Mrs. Saba Rehan Malik. Lights, smoke, music. Saba walked on stage and took the mic. Saba smiling sweetly, but fire in her eyes. Assalamu alaikum. 3 years ago, I was roaming the streets of Lahore with a dupatta over my head, begging for a job. People used to say, "You're too beautiful. Why do you even need a job?" Today, those same people are sending their CVs to become ambassadors for my brand. Thunderous applause in the hall. While the front row creeps started sweating bullets, Saba pointed to the giant screen. Now, let me introduce you to our brand's very first customers. Sorry, I mean, our very first victims. Slide 1. Photo of Kashif Bai from the call center, now looking skinny from all the stress. Caption: this is the supervisor who once invited me to his farmhouse. Now, he wants to be my area sales manager. Sorry, Kashif Bai, my farmhouse is only for the company's annual party now. The entire hall burst into laughter. Slide 2. The school principal caption: he said he'd get me married. Now his daughter wears my lipstick and tells him, "Papa, this shade is viral." Slide 3. That local producer from the casting couch incident photo blurred. Name not mentioned. Caption: some people are still protesting outside my office, demanding to be part of the campaign. Then, Saba launched the first products. Lipstick shade, BADLA Berry, eyeshadow palette Mancia Taupe, foundation, Revenge Radiance highlighter, Khubsurati Ka Jatka. Every product priced premium A lipstick at 5,000 rupees. The second the event ended, the website crashed. 7 crore rupees in pre-orders in just 45 minutes. After the event, in the VIP lounge, all those creeps were standing in a queue. First came Kashif by filing and sweat instead of hair oil on his head. Kashif, hands folded. Saba madam, please give me one chance. Whatever I did was a mistake. Now, I'm your biggest fan. I don't even want area manager. I'll work as a peon. Saba sipping tea calmly. Kashif, bye. Remember you said, come to the farmhouse this weekend. Well, now my farmhouse is in Switzerland. First, get your visa sorted. Everyone around cracked up. Next, the school principal arrived, dragging his daughter along. Principal, Beta, forgive me. My daughter is your huge fan. Please sponsor our school. Saba signed an autograph for the daughter and told the principal, Sir, I won't sponsor the school, but I will sponsor free self-defense classes for all the girls there, so no one can ever harass another Saba again. The principal's face turned red as a tomato. Finally, Shana's auntie came in, designer purse, replaced by a simple bag. Auntie, Beta, you've gone so far ahead. I only got you that one shoot. Saba hugged her tight and said, Auntie, you're the one who made me go viral. You're going to be our brand ambassador. Lifetime free supply. Auntie cried tears of joy. That night, when Saba got home, Rihan had arranged a candlelight dinner. Rihan, Mrs. Malik, today you showed the whole world what real beauty is. Saba kissed him and replied, No, Rehan. Today I showed the world how revenge is truly taken. Friends, this is just the beginning. In the next chapter, the grand finale at Fashion Week, and all those creeps sitting front row eating slap after slap. If you also want everyone who ever tried to pull you down to get their faces smashed, then destroy that like button right now. Comment BADLA, Zarore, hi and share your own revenge story. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories. Hit that bell icon, because Chapter 8 drops tomorrow. The manager who now wants to be a peon. And more epic revenge scenes from Funny Fun Urdu Stories. Here comes the chapter you'll remember for the rest of your life. Turn your headphones to full volume, switch off the lights, and let the fire of revenge burn in your heart, because today is the ultimate Fashion Week revenge. Pakistan Fashion Week 2025, Dulman Mall, Karachi, the Grand Ballroom. The entire hall was decked out in black and gold. Above the ramp, a massive LED screen flashed, Kaha Ube Swarati, Kabe Adila the finale collection. Front row, specially invited guests, and their faces alone were enough to make you burst out laughing. Seat 1, Kashif by ex-call center supervisor, now skinny as a rake, wearing a suit with his tie on backwards. Seat 2, the school principal, prayer cap on head, Tasbih beads in hand. Seat 3, that local jewelry uncle who once said show a lil neck. Seat 4 to 12, 10 to 12 small-time producers, managers, and aunties. Every single one drenched in sweat. Backstage, Saba was getting ready, dressed blood-red lehenga with black embroidery, tiny glittering letters spelling BADLA all over it. Makeup, smoky eyes, lips in Tamancha red. Rahan put his arms around her neck and whispered, "Shake the entire hall today, my queen." The show began. First look. Models wearing Revenge Radiance Foundation. Screen caption, "To everyone who tried to keep us in the dark, now watch us glow on your faces." Second look. Lipstick Badla Berry. Caption, "This color will make their faces turn red." Third look. Highlighter Jatka Gold. Captain, "Those who shocked us once, now we shock them back." Then lights out. Total darkness in the hall. One single spotlight hits the end of the ramp, and Saba herself appears. The crowd went absolutely insane. Phones in the air. Saba walked the ramp like she owned the world. With every step, the LED screen flashed her old photos. Saba in the tiny hut. Saba crying outside the hospital. Saba in a burqa heading to the farmhouse. Then the new ones. Billionaire mansion, private jet, brand launch worth hundreds of crores. She reached the end of the ramp, picked up the mic, and the entire hall fell dead silent. Sabah voice full of controlled fire, confidence, and ice-cold revenge. Assalamu alaikum. The people sitting in this front row know me very, very well. These are the same people who once told me, "You're not fit for a job. Just do modeling. Want a promotion? Come to the farmhouse this weekend. Need money? Compromise." Today, I'm standing in front of those exact people, in the industry they built, at their favorite fashion week, and I'm telling them I have taken my revenge. This lahanga 18 lakh rupees. This jewelry 3 crore. This brand valued at 500 crore, and every single rupee was built from the tears you people forced out of my eyes. You could hear a pin drop. Total shock. Then Sabah smiled, looked straight at the front row and said, "Kashif, I remember Saling baby. If you're cold, come to me. This hall is at 16 degrees right now. Feeling cold, are we?" Principal "You said you'd settle me in a home. Today, my house is 10 kanal. Wonder what happened to yours. And the rest of you all want to be ambassadors for my brand now, right? Sorry, we only hire strong women these days. For men, we have a separate campaign. It's called Sharoom Kahailadder. Apply it, and your shame will finally show." The entire hall jumped to its feet. Thunderous applause. Cheers. Kashif Bai's mouth stayed open. The principal started crying. One uncle actually fainted. Sabah dropped the mic, literally, blew a flying kiss, and walked off the ramp like a queen. Backstage, Rihan lifted her straight into his arms. "Today you showed the whole world what a woman really is." At the after party, every influencer was lining up for photos with Sabah. Even Kashif Bai came crawling, tissue box in hand. "Madame, one selfie?" Sabah took the selfie and posted it with the caption, "Used to be my supervisor. Now who's the fun? Friends." Only the final chapter remains. Next chapter, billionaire lifestyle, the grand wedding, and one last hilarious twist that will leave you shook. If you're crying, laughing, or dancing with joy right now, smash that like button so hard YouTube crashes. Comment Sabah Quinn right now. And write the name real or fake of anyone in your life who ever tried to put you down. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories. Slam that bell icon, because tomorrow comes the last chapter, Billionaire Bobby S. Happy ending. And one final twist. From Funny Fun Urdu Stories, here comes the chapter that's pure fire. Revenge served ice gold. Success that smells sweeter than attar, and slaps so loud the whole country heard them. Just 20 days after the Kubsarati BADLA launch, the company's brand new head office was already open in DHA Phase 6. 7 floors, full glass building, and on top, a massive neon sign screaming, "BADLA." Every floor had its own department. Lipstick Revenge, Eyeshadow Tamante, Highlighter, and the entire top floor was Sabah's personal office. Pure white marble, 360-degree view of Lahore. Now, every morning at 9 a.m., a proper circus would start at the gate. A queue of all the old creeps, number 1, in line. Kashif Bai, from the call center, now skinny as a stick, shirt perfectly ironed, old curriculum vitae in hand, and that same dirty smile, except now it was shaking with fear. Security guard, "Do you have an appointment?" Kashif, hands folded, "By Sahab, just 2 minutes with Madam. I'll even work as a peon. Bring tea and water. Please, just one chance." Sabah's Pia, a girl who herself had escaped the casting couch, called on the intercom. "Ma'am, some guy named Kashif is here. Says he'll be a peon." Sabah, laughing over speakerphone, "Send him up. I'm in a good mood today." Kashif came up in the lift, legs trembling by the time he reached the 7th floor. Saba was sitting in her huge boss chair, 55-inch screen in front, showing last month's sales. 38 crore. Kashif entered, head bowed, standing like a scolded schoolboy. Saba swirling her coffee. "Tell me, Kashif, how can I help you today?" Kashif, making a crying face. "Madam, whatever I did was a huge mistake. My wife threw me out. He lost my job. Now I can't even pay my kids' school fees. You're the bigger person. Give me one chance. I'll make tea, Polish shoes, anything." Saba lifted her high heel and placed it on the table. "Oh, really? Then start by polishing this heel. The shade is called Supervisor K. Pasin." Kashif actually got down on his knees and started polishing. Saba recorded the whole thing and posted it on the company's Instagram story. Old habits die hard, but now we're taking their place. #BADLA completed number 2. The retired school principal. His school had shut down. Principal. "Beta, I want to reopen the school. Please sponsor it. I'll put your name on the gate." "Sir, no name on the gate. Instead, you'll be chief guest for my brand's anti-harassment campaign. ULL, go on stage and tell everyone how you offered a girl marriage instead of a job. We'll make the video viral." "Deal?" The principal's face went white. He grabbed his bag and ran. Number 3. That local brand uncle who used to call Saba for private shoots. Now he showed up with a 5 crore check. "Beta, let's do partnership. 50 menos 50. Saba took the check, got photos, clicked, then tore it into confetti. "Uncle G, your offer is still private." "Right. Sorry. We only do public deals now." And the funniest scene of all. Sana's auntie arrived. Now the whole colony teased her. "This is the auntie who sent Saba to the producer, right?" Auntie was crying. "Beta, I only tried to help." Saba sat her down in the CEO chair, massaged her feet, and said, "Auntie, you made me viral. Today, I'm making you viral." Then she made Auntie the brand's lifetime ambassador -5 lakh monthly salary. Auntie started dancing with joy. That night, Rehan and Saba were sitting on the balcony. Rehan, "Happy now, my queen." Saba smiling. "Not yet. Pakistan Fashion Week is still left. All those creeps will be sitting front row. That's where I'll deliver the final slap." Friends, the next chapter is the biggest explosion of this entire story. Ramp walk, mic drop, and one dialogue you'll remember your whole life. If you also want everyone who ever looked down on you to have their mouths shut forever, smash that like button so hard the screen cracks. Kamen BADLA Purakaro and share your own revenge story. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories and slam that bell icon, because Chapter 9 drops tomorrow, the grand slap at Fashion Week. Here it is, Funny Fun Urdu Stories, grand finale chapter. Get ready to cry, laugh, and fall off your chair from the very last twist. 3 months after Fashion Week, the biggest wedding Lahore had ever seen was taking place on the city's most expensive lawn. 50,000 guests invited. Celebrities flown in on 3 private jets. Ali Zafar and Atif Aslam performing together on stage, and the Barat arrived straight from Dubai by helicopter. Saba's bridal outfit, 7 crore rupees, made entirely of Swarovski crystals. Ami sat front row, tears in her eyes, hands raised in dua. Bilal had finished his MBA from Canada and was the best man. iPhone 17 Pro Max sticking out of his pocket. The nikah was complete. The Qazi Sahab asked, "Qubul hai?" Saba said 3 times, loud and clear, "Qubul hai, ebi koi harami mir, peach nahi." The entire lawn exploded into laughter. At the reception, Saba took the mic and addressed everyone. "Today, I've become a billionaire, Bobby, but never forget, this journey started from a tiny hut. The mother who was once in ICU, I'm building a free hospital in her name. The brother who couldn't pay school fees, he is about to become a professor at London School of Economics. And the people who once looked down on me, their daughters now wear my lipstick." The whole crowd stood up. and gave her a standing ovation. Life was now perfect. 10-canal mansion, 5 luxury cars, 2 private jets, company valuation, 3,000 crore, 48 million Instagram followers, a new country to vacation in every month. Then one day, Saba was sitting in her office, 7 months pregnant. Rehan was next to her, hand on her belly, talking to the baby. Beta, when you're born, I'll teach you that the 2 biggest powers in the world are love and revenge. Just then, her PA knocked. Mom, there's a boy outside for a job, Saba. Send him in. The door opened, and in walked an extremely handsome guy, 23 to 24 years old. Gym body, fair skin, designer shirt, blue eyes, looked like he stepped straight out of a Turkish drama. The boy very politely. Asala, I like him, ma'am. My name is Faison. I'm a graphic designer. I want to work for your brand. Saba looked him up and down, smiled, and then suddenly screamed, "Security! Throw him out!" Rehan was shocked. Saba, what are you doing? Saba laughing so hard she held her belly. Rehan, I spent my entire life suffering because of handsome men. Now, my son or daughter is about to be born. If this handsome guy works here, he'll start flirting with my daughter one day. No way I'm hiring staff like this. New rule, no. 1 from today, only average-looking people will work in this office. Handsome. Faison walked out with a sad face. Saba called after him, Ara Faison. Wait. You're handsome. Fine. But you've got talent too. Right. Okay. You can work, but promise you won't look at my daughter. Faison grinned. Ma'am, if your daughter takes after you, I'll want to marry her myself. Saba grabbed a pillow and threw it at him. Rehan, see, these handsome guys never change. That's why I've decided even my own son has to be average looking. Otherwise, I won't let him work in my office either. Rehan fell over laughing. In the hospital, Saba held her newborn baby girl in her arms. Saba looked at the baby and panicked. Does that mean she'll have to go? Looked straight at the camera. That means you, friends, and said, but the world has changed now, because now there's a Saba in every home who knows exactly how to take revenge. Screen fades to text. The end. Or maybe a new beginning. Friends, that was our Saba's complete journey. From a tiny hut to billionaire Bobby, she cried. She laughed, and in the end, even laughed at herself. Now it's your turn. Comment below. Which part of the story was your absolute favorite? And if there's a Saba or a Kashif Bai in your life too, tag them fake names, totally allowed. Subscribe to Funny Fun Urdu Stories right now. Hit that bell icon, because next week, a brand new series starts. Dulhan Online, Order Ki Thira Turn, Ogaji. Get this whole series to 100,000 plus likes, share it with your friends, and comment right now. Ajaho. And always remember, beauty itself is never the problem, and bad people deserve revenge. Served spicy with extra. Series over. But the fun is never ending. Mere dust. See you in the next story. Take care.